Good morning. Yesterday, the Browns continued their streak of new quarterbacks, moving on to their 28th starting signal caller to start a game since 1999. Let's see what Kevin Hogan can do. Hogan not even in the mix of attaining the starting role in camp, and we find out why. Second quarter, Hogan out of the gun, checking down, and he overthrows his man. Jonathan Joseph takes the gift, and no one is catching that man, high-stepping his way into the end zone like a young primetime. The pick six puts the Texans up 17-3. Very next drive, Hogan facing a 3rd and 2. Plenty of time, wanting to go deep, but Dylan Cole grabs himself an INT. He goes down at the 27. Texans showing their dominance early on. Deshaun Watson sending the Ohio State alum Braxton Miller in motion. The Springfield, Ohio native flips into the end zone for his first touchdown of the season to put the Texans ahead 24-3. One of the bright spots on the Browns, it's Myles Garrett. He records a sack. The rookie finishes the day with 5 total tackles. Browns trying to get something going before the half. Now here's Hogan out of the gun, looking for a first down, but he is picked off by Jonathan Joseph again. That's 3 turnovers by Hogan in the first half. Joseph now the all-time leader in interceptions for Houston. Will we see a new team in the second half? The answer is no. Hogan, feeling pressure in his own end zone, tries to get rid of it, but that's intentional grounding, which results in a safety. The offense clearly not there today, but we do have some life from the Browns defense. Jason McCourty nabbing his 3rd interception of the season, taking it 56 yards to the house. The offense does score with 1:03 left in the 4th, but the Browns lose again 33-17. After a tough loss to the Panthers last week, the Lions look to move forward against the Saints. Midway through the first, Lions trailing Matt Stafford to Golden Tate, and watch this man do some work, avoiding one tackle, going up the sideline, and then spinning out of another tackle, flipping his way into the end zone. It's all tied up at 7 apiece, but then the Saints go on a 38-3 run. Lions start and try to come back in the 3rd. Stafford to Marvin Jones Jr., who makes the one-handed snag amongst the pass interference. Lions down 45-17. We move into the 4th. Detroit only down by 2 touchdowns. Drew Brees in his own end zone. A'Shawn Robinson rises up for the pick and takes it in. The hands on the 320-pounder. Lions only down by 7. They force the Saints to punt, so they're going to have a chance to make a comeback, but Jamal Agnew lets the punt go off of his knees. He's barely able to get out of the end zone. I bet he's regretting that play, so Stafford is going to have to drive the entire field for the tie, but Cameron Jordan uses the good old-fashioned tip drill. That puts the nail in the coffin. Lions lose 52-38. And here's the latest on the college football polls. We did have some great games this weekend. More movement in the top 10. Alabama still your #1 overall team, and at number 2, Penn State. The Nittany Lions moving up on a bye week due to Clemson suffering their first loss of the season. The defending national champs fell to Syracuse 27-24. That loss drops Clemson to number 7. Wisconsin climbing 2 rungs up the ladder, making their move to number 5. And with a convincing win over Nebraska, Ohio State sits just outside the top 5, moving up 3 spots to number 6. The only team to beat the Buckeyes this season jumps to the 9th position. Notre Dame moving up the rankings again, the Fighting Irish sitting at 13. Michigan State on the move as well after back-to-back road wins, the Spartans at 18. And finally, after an overtime victory against Indiana, Michigan falls 2 more spots. The Wolverines ranked 19. Switching gears, we end in Alabama. Talladega Superspeedway hosting the Alabama 500. And did things get interesting at the end? Talladega known as the wild card and proving so with 17 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. makes some contact with David Reagan. Reagan turns Kurt Busch, and that's where the wrecking began. 17 cars involved, including Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Jimmy Johnson. Everyone is all right, though. With 11 laps to go, more action. Trevor Bayne, Joey Logano, and Ryan Blaney share some contact on the backstretch. That marks the 10th caution of the day. Harvick, with nowhere to go, plows right into Blaney here. Some extra contact for him. Again, though, everyone is safe. Then with 6 laps to go, Daniel Suarez is in the lead. Chase Elliott gives him a bump, and the 2 cars go hard into the wall. The red flag flying for the 3rd time today. Some serious damage done to the cars, but all drivers are able to walk away, and it all comes down to this. On the final lap, Ryan Newman has the lead, but Brad Keselowski takes the high lane and moves to the front. A little bit of contact, but everyone's good. Keselowski pulling away from the field on the backstretch, and Keselowski takes the checkered flag. His 5th win at Talladega, punching his ticket to the round of 8. NASCAR resumes next Sunday at Kansas Speedway, where 4 drivers will be knocked out of championship contention. And that's a wrap for First Edition Sports. Enjoy the rest of your morning.